What's up, guys? Rick here to update you all on how I'm going to dive into season-long fantasy or one-and-done pools for the 2021 calendar year. A lot of you know that I've been spending the last couple of weeks and the last couple of months trying to figure out what the best options are. Obviously, I'm very bullish on season-long fantasy golf in the same way that people play fantasy football or fantasy basketball or fantasy baseball. I think there's an opportunity to do that for golf as well. And there's a couple of different ways to play that. I'll have an update on the best ball league that I ran last year. I'll give you a couple other options for some platforms that you might want to use with your friends. I'll give you an opportunity to win your way into one of my leagues if you'd like to participate with me, probably a pretty active league, I would imagine. And I will have information about a one and done league that is starting up in January. And I will also have a free entry to raffle off. So stay tuned for all of that. If you're into fantasy golf and what your options are for the 2021 calendar year, here we are. This is the video. Let's go. Let's start with what I won't be doing. And unfortunately, the answer to that question is the best ball league that I ran last year on Fantrax. And if you're unfamiliar with that, it was a 200-person best ball league where you drafted at the beginning of the year and you earned points. You didn't have to set a lineup or anything like that. It's really fun. I like the idea. I love the concept of it. Unfortunately, I can't get behind doing it again this year for a variety of reasons. Last year, if you remember, we ran into a bunch of bugs and a bunch of problems with the Fantrax system that created some of the divisions where, two guys would be on auto draft, which is terrible. So they eventually worked those issues out like in the middle of the draft, but they've had more issues this year. They had multiple weeks where they were down they didn't have college football. They didn't have PGA scoring at all. And I went back in to restart the best ball league and everything was breaking for me. I mean, I could not even get the same settings that we had last year. I did not trust that the draft was going to run properly. I reached out to Fantrax. I got no response from them in terms of support. I tried to expand it over 200 people. That didn't work because I thought it was going to be much more popular this year. It was just wall after wall, barrier after barrier, unfortunately, which is a shame because I think that they are the closest to being really good in this space. And I think it's still okay if you want to set up a best ball yourself, 10, 12, 15 of your friends, 20 of your friends, I think it's going to be fine. But for me trying to do it in mass for 200 or 300 or 400 people like I wanted to, I can't endorse it. I can't put my name behind it, unfortunately. So if you have a best ball league that you'd like to set up and like me to participate in, if you'd like me to blast it out to the Slack channel if you need people to join it. If you want me to blast it out on Twitter, email it to me. I'm happy to do that. But there will not be a big one and done best ball this year. If I think there's also an opportunity at some point for me to kind of take that in-house, just keep track of it in the database. If there was an easier way to draft, if there was an easier way to hold on to the money, those are things that, I don't want to have to hold on to the money. And, obviously I don't have a platform built in to draft these teams, but otherwise I could keep track, I could keep score for everybody, but maybe at some point in the future, but not in January of 2021. I will, however, be on Fantrax for a season-long league. So Nate Smith reached out to me, and he has been integral in setting this up. He's essentially going to be the commissioner of this, and he's got a lot of experience doing season-long fantasy golf leagues on Fantrax. We went back and forth on kind of the set of rules and all that stuff. So what I'm going to be participating in is a $50 buy-in where you can actually join me and Nate and some of these other guys. I'm going to try to get EPAT in it, Eric Patterson from The Score, and I've probably got like 5 spots that are going to be available. So if you would like to join that, make sure you're subscribed to the Rick Run Good YouTube channel, like this video on YouTube, and comment below that you would like to join this season-long fantasy golf league on Fantrax, and I will draw names out of those responses, and I will give you a spot in those leagues. You can join us. You can pony up the $50 and have some fun throughout the year. Also, I want to continue to be an advocate for fantasy golf leagues in general. So what I'm going to do is in the description of this video and this podcast, I'm going to link to the set of rules that we're going to use on Fantrax. So if you want to just follow along and play exactly how we're going to play, if you want to tweak them, you can absolutely do that. But we've got everything from the length of time that the season is going to run, which is essentially going to be, I think it's going to be Sony to BMW Championship, the scoring, which is essentially DraftKings scoring without some of the bonuses, and then the lineup transactions, the trade and waiver systems. I'm going to link that all below. So if you just want to kind of copy it and join us, I think that'll be a lot of fun. And again, if you need some other people in your league, let me know. I'm happy to blast it out to the community as well if you would like to set that up. There's also another site that I'm going to be trying out this year, which is called Buzz Fantasy Golf. And from what I can tell, they only do fantasy golf leagues. They don't appear to be as large as something like Fantrax, but I did have a lot of contact with Matt, who runs the site over the course of the past couple of months. And I have to tell you, I'm a one-man team. I don't know if he's a one-man team, but like the level of response that he's able to provide. And he customized some stuff. He added essentially what is DraftKings scoring into their system. It's really great. I want to get to the point where we host a maybe like a larger pool or a larger fantasy leagues on that site. But right now there's not the ability to hold the funds, which again, not something that I want to do. And there's not a draft room. So you can set your lineups by tiers or salaries, or you can draft, pick them once for the year and then never set them again. So there's a lot of good options. I feel like this is really customizable. Matt has been great. I think there's a lot of opportunity for growth for buzzfantasygolf.com. I'll link that in the description as well. You'll probably see my name over there. And again, if you want me to fill a league or you need some others to help fill the league, happy to do that as well. And finally, I get a lot of questions about one and done leagues. So the Run Good one and done, I started that at the beginning of the 2020-2021 season. So we started in September. So there is not going to be another release of that or another start of that in January. However, there is a new one and done contest that I assume is going to be very popular. So this is from Pat Mayo. It's from Fantasy National. They've partnered with what I believe is Sports Hub to put on this one and done league. And it is a 5 max $100 entry, guaranteeing $300,000 in the prize pool. So it's 30 grand to first, which means there's going to be like 3,300 people in it. I imagine those are going to go pretty quickly. If you want to sign up, again, I'll put the description in the link or the link in the description, excuse me. Usually I don't, make a habit of shouting out things from what would be deemed as my competitors, but really good guys, Pat and the Fantasy National crew. And this is a world where we can all kind of coexist together. And if someone's doing something good, I want to be able to point it out. So I'll be participating, and I actually do have an entry to give away. So again, make sure you're subscribed to the Rick Run Good YouTube channel. Comment on this video that you would like to be entered in the drawing for the one and done, and I will pull all of those and I will randomly select someone for your $100 entry, and we'll get you all set up in there. But it should be fun, and I'll have plenty of one and done strategy and conversation for all the contests that you might be in over the course of the 2021 calendar year. So in conclusion, that's where we're at. No Fantrax big best ball. It's something I want to do. Also, if you are, I've gotten a lot of feedback, and I've had a lot of great communication over the course of the last couple of months when I've started kind of trying to really push fantasy golf and these other options. If you're serious about this, or if you have something in development, I know some people do where it's a draft room. Something like that, the ability to snake draft, the ability to I don't know. Develop. I don't want to say develop a fantasy golf website because that's a huge undertaking. But like, if that's going on behind the scenes, and you would like me to inject maybe some more people into it or whatever I can do using my platform, I'm happy to do it. So bullish about it. Reach out to me. Shoot me an email. It's rick@rickrungood.com. I just think there's so much more to come out of this industry, and I want to be a part of it. And if you're working on it or you want to work on it, hit me up. Let's figure something out. But I can't code. I can't develop. I need some help. Somebody help me. There you go. Let me know what you think. All your ideas, all your suggestions over the past couple of weeks and months have been spectacular. Keep them coming. Tweet me @RickRunGood. Leave a comment below. Email me. Hit me up. Later.